The Pegasus World Cup has seen some of the most electrifying performances in horse racing history, where legends are made and records shattered. From jaw-dropping speed to unforgettable moments of dominance, these champions have left an indelible mark on the sport. But which winner stands above the rest? Stick around as we dive into the ultimate ranking of the top Pegasus World Cup victors. At number 8, we have Mucho Gusto, a name that lit up the 2020 Pegasus World Cup with a display of dominance that left fans in awe. This remarkable son of Mucho Macho Man came into the race as a 4-time Grade 3 winner, already boasting a strong resume with second-place finishes to top-tier competitors like Maximum Security and Improbable in Grade 1 events. Making his first start under the ownership of Prince Faisal bin Khalid of Saudi Arabia, Mucho Gusto was the second betting choice at odds of 3.40 to 1, trailing only Higher Power, the 2019 TVG Pacific Classic winner. However, the favorite faltered, finishing a disappointing last, while Mucho Gusto surged to glory. Guided expertly by jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., he was prominent from the start and unleashed an unstoppable run in the stretch to win by a commanding 4.5 lengths over runner-up Mr. Freeze. His career-best equibase speed figure of 117 cemented this as a career highlight. Unfortunately, a soft tissue injury led to his early retirement in 2021, but his Pegasus triumph remains a shining testament to his ability. Taking the 7th spot is Art Collector, winner of Pegasus World Cup 2023. This homebred son of Bernardini first captured attention during the pandemic-stricken summer of 2020, winning a rescheduled Toyota Bluegrass Stakes at Keeneland under eerie empty stands. After a 4th-place finish in the delayed Preakness Stakes that fall, Art Collector's career took a turn under Hall of Fame trainer Bill Mott. The switch revitalized him, as he picked up wins in key stakes races like the Woodward Stakes in 2021 and continued to add to his tally in 2022. However, his form dipped in late 2022, and many bettors overlooked him in a highly competitive Pegasus World Cup field the following January. Sent off at odds of 15.5 to 1, Art Collector was paired with Junior Alvarado for the first time. Alvarado's smart tactics placed him just behind the early leaders before the seasoned 6-year-old powered into the stretch and left his rivals trailing, scoring an emphatic 4.5-length victory. While his career ended tragically later that year due to laminitis, Art Collector retired with 11 wins from 23 starts and over $4.2 million in earnings. His Pegasus triumph, a crowning moment. Claiming the number 6 spot is National Treasure, whose unforgettable 2024 Pegasus World Cup victory showcased his grit and class on the big stage. A Bob Baffert-trained son of Quality Road, National Treasure brought plenty of star power to the race, having already proven his mettle with a courageous win in the 2023 Preakness Stakes. Entering the Pegasus as the 2.60 to 1 favorite, this talented middle-distance specialist rose to the occasion yet again. Racing 1 1/8 miles, he displayed remarkable stamina and heart, holding off a fierce late challenge from Senor Buscador to prevail by a neck. The victory was one of 2 career-defining moments for National Treasure in 2024, the other being his dominant performance in the prestigious Hillendale Metropolitan Handicap, while Senor Buscador exacted revenge in the $20 million Saudi World Cup, where National Treasure finished 4th. The Pegasus win remained a career high. After another near miss in the Grade 1 California Crown Stakes, National Treasure was retired to Spendthrift Farm in late 2024. With earnings surpassing $5.5 million and a legacy of fearless competition, his Pegasus World Cup victory cemented his place among the greats. Coming in at number 5, we have City of Light, a horse who illuminated the racing world with his unforgettable performance in the 2019 Pegasus World Cup. Known as one of the most versatile and underrated horses of his era, City of Light, owned by William and Suzanne Warren, had already made his mark as a 2-time Grade 1 sprint winner in California during 2017 to 2018. However, it was his ability to seamlessly stretch out to longer distances that solidified his place in racing history. After a stellar victory in the Grade 2 Oak Lawn Handicap and impressive efforts throughout the summer, City of Light saved his best best for last in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, where he won by 2 3/4 lengths, earning a remarkable 126 equibase speed figure. His swan song came at the 1 1/8 mile Pegasus, where he faced a powerhouse field led by Breeders' Cup Classic winner Accelerate. Undaunted City of Light, the 1.9 to 1 second choice, delivered a commanding performance on the sloppy Gulfstream track, sitting just off the pace under jockey Javier Castellano before surging to a 5 3/4 length victory over Seeking the Soul. That dominant display, backed by a 124 speed figure, was the perfect capstone to his career. Retired to Lane's End Farm, City of Light has since transitioned into a standout stallion, with his progeny, including Breeders' Cup Juvenile Champion Fierceness, carrying on his legacy. At number 4, Life is Good takes the spotlight, showcasing why he was considered one of the most gifted racehorses of his generation with his electrifying 2022 Pegasus World Cup win. Trained by Todd Pletcher and sired by Into Mischief, Life is Good had already demonstrated his brilliance with dominating wins at a mile, including a resounding victory in the Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. However, the Pegasus presented a new challenge, the 1 1/8 mile distance, and a formidable rival in Nix Go, the 2021 Pegasus champion and reigning horse of the year. Sent off as the 4 to 5 favorite, Life is Good wasted no time asserting his dominance. Partnered with jockey Erod Ortiz Jr., he seized the lead from Nix Go and set a blistering pace, turning the anticipated showdown into a one-sided affair. He cruised to a 3 1/4 length victory, leaving Nix Go in his wake. While Life is Good's final season included more high-profile wins, he eventually met his match against the legendary Flightline in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Retired to stud at Windstar Farm, Life is Good continues to leave an indelible mark on the sport. Taking the number 3 spot is Nix Go, highlighted by a commanding Pegasus World Cup victory in 2021. Representing the Korea Racing Authority, Nix Go's journey from an unexpected Grade 1 winner as a 2-year-old to a bona fide superstar is the stuff of racing lore. Under the guidance of trainer Brad Cox, he blossomed into a top-tier miler and silenced doubters about his stamina with a wire-to-wire win in the 2020 Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. However, it was in the 2021 Pegasus that Nix Go truly proved he could excel at longer distances. Facing a competitive field, the 13 to 10 favorite broke sharply under regular jockey Joel Rosario, set a measured pace, and never looked back, cruising to a 2 3/4 length win over Jesus's team. His final time of 1:47.89 remains one of the fastest in Pegasus history. Nix Go's Pegasus win was a prelude to an even greater triumph in the Breeders' Cup Classic later that year, cementing his Horse of the Year title. Retired with a legacy of speed and resilience, Nix Go's remarkable career will be remembered as one of the most inspiring in modern racing history. At number 2, we celebrate the magnificent Gunrunner, whose dominance in the 2018 Pegasus World Cup cemented his legacy as one of the greatest racehorses of the 21st century. Trained by Hall of Famer Steve Asmussen and owned by Winchell Thoroughbreds and Three Chimneys Farm, Gunrunner was already a superstar after an unforgettable 2017 season that included victories in the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic and the Woodward Stakes. He was crowned Horse of the Year just 2 days before the Pegasus and entered the starting gate as the 11 to 10 favorite in a field that featured formidable rivals such as West Coast and Gunavera. With jockey Florent Giroux expertly guiding him, Gunrunner stalked early leader collected through solid fractions before surging to the lead on the far turn. From there, it was all class, as he powered home for a 2 1/2 length victory and an extraordinary 128 equibase speed figure, the highest in Pegasus history. The son of Candy Ride retired after this career-defining win, heading to Three Chimneys Farm in Kentucky to begin a stud career that has been nothing short of phenomenal. Gunrunner's first crop of foals hit the track in 2021, immediately making waves and earning him the title of leading freshman sire. By 2024, his progeny continued to excel, solidifying him as one of North America's top sires. His remarkable Pegasus victory was the perfect farewell for a horse whose greatness continues to resonate through his offspring. And claiming the top spot at number 1, we have the incomparable Arrogate, whose dazzling 2017 Pegasus World Cup victory remains the gold standard of this prestigious race. Owned by Judd Monty Farms and trained by Bob Baffert, Arrogate had already achieved legendary status before stepping onto the Gulfstream Park track for the inaugural Pegasus. The son of Unbridled Song had stunned the racing world with a 13 1/2 length victory in the Travers Stakes, setting a track record at Saratoga, and followed that with a gritty win over California Chrome in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Anticipation was sky high for the Pegasus, which featured a rematch between the two champions. As the 9-10 favorite, Arrogate delivered a performance for the ages, effortlessly unleashing his trademark turn of foot in the stretch to win by 4 3/4 lengths under Mike Smith. His final time of 1:46.83 set a track record for 1 1/8 miles at Gulfstream Park that still stands, and his 1:24 Equibase speed figure was equally impressive. Just 2 months later, Arrogate added to his legacy with an unforgettable triumph in the Dubai World Cup, overcoming a disastrous start to defeat Gunrunner in what many consider one of the greatest performances in racing history. While the latter part of his career saw him falter, Arrogate's brilliance during his peak remains unparalleled. Tragically, his life was cut short in 2020, but his influence endures through his progeny, including Arcangelo, the 2023 Belmont Stakes and Travers Stakes winner. And there you have it, the ultimate ranking of the greatest Pegasus World Cup champions. Let us know in the comments which winner is your all-time favorite, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more thrilling horse racing content.